Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's going to be a little bit different video. I've been at my sister's this weekend, and so I don't get to do the normal, ride around the woods and showing nature and whatnot. So I figured today we will learn about a beautiful animal that's in Pennsylvania. And I hope y'all can hear me okay. What we got traffic here, which even I'm not used to, and obviously you wouldn't be too much used to it either watching my videos. I also, the fan is going. Um, in spite of what everybody believes, not everybody in America has air conditioning. And I think somebody invited the devil over for supper and forgot to send him home. And I think right now, if we went to hell, it'd be cooler. So, anyways, this video is going to be on the fisher. It's a mid-sized mammal in northern U.S. and throughout Canada. I'm not sure how far north it goes. Most everything I've got, all my research came from the website of the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Um, so, as I was saying, it's a mid-sized carnivore. It's the second largest member of the weasel family, behind the wolverine. And no, I'm talking about the real wolverine with four legs, not the comic book hero. They are characterized by a well-furred long body. It's mostly dark fur to chocolate brown. They have short legs, and their tail is about a third of their body length. Their legs and their tail, including the rump of them, is usually black. And then the fur on their back and shoulders is grizzled with gold and silver. And so, and let's see, the fur on their legs and tail and the rump is usually black. They have gold and silver grizzled into their fur on their shoulders and back. And it's enhanced by a tricolored guard hair. I looked it up. I'm not quite sure what a guard hair is. It's something to do with around their tail and on the back behind their neck. So, if y'all know what it is, I'm just a guy who loves nature. I'm not a biologist. So, they do have a triangular face with wide and rounded ears. They have a horizontal oval pupil, and at night they produce the bright green eye shine when you hit them with the flashlights. They have 5 toes on each paw, and on each toe is a sharp, curved, and semi-retractable claw. The adult male weighs between 7 to 15 pounds. The females, which are smaller, come in at around 4 to 9 pounds. Males range from 35 to 48 inches. Females are 30 to 37 inches. And despite its name, the fisher is not really into fish and anything aquatic. Maybe some crawdads that are near the shore, but it's renowned for its ability to prey on porcupines. And they're also unique among carnivores in the forest, that they are well adapted to forage effectively within the forest canopy as well as on the forest floor. They like the forest floor to have fallen wood debris, wooden or fallen trees, branches, things like that. They're an opportunistic hunter. Weird word there. And their diet will also be diverse, and they will also eat small mammals, as squirrels and chipmunks, mice. They also will eat reptiles, insects, and fruit and fungi. There's been evidence of a fisher preying on white-tailed deer. Obviously, it's not something that you see very often, but again, opportunistic hunter. The females will give birth between late February and May, with most of them actually giving birth to late May, early April. I said that wrong. Late March to early April. I'm sorry about that. They can have 1 to 6 cubs, and their gestation period is only around 40 days. They generally, I'm having a hard time pronouncing words today. Fishers generally occupy forests that are blended with down woody debris, which I stated earlier, and they really like to avoid areas that lack an overhead cover. We reintroduced to Pennsylvania during a project between 1994 and 1998. Included the Game Commission of Pennsylvania, Penn State University, and the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. Altogether, they reintroduced 190 fishers. 89 of them were male, 97 were females, and for some unknown reason, there were 6 they couldn't tell what sex they were. Probably too young, is all I can imagine. Pennsylvania did have some reintroduction earlier years from the 50s and 60s, 70s, but that was mostly because other states were getting the reintroduction, and they just kind of crossed over, from border states into Pennsylvania. But they've been doing well ever since. Like I said, they were mostly brought in because of the porcupine problem we have in Pennsylvania. It's to help maintain the population of porcupines. And if anybody knows about porcupines in general, if you're lucky, they only eat the trees. They basically anything wooden. They've been known to get into construction equipment, eat the wires, just like any other rodent. Just a general pain in the ass. If guys have gotten up for work or to go hunting, and for whatever reason they left their boots outside and come out, and their boots are all eaten up from porcupines. But while I was researching this, I couldn't find any footage where a fisher actually caught successfully a porcupine. Some of the videos I watched said there's never been a reported that there's never been anybody that actually successfully filmed one. But those were all 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago that I could find. I'm sure if I looked harder, or if you look hard enough, you could probably find one. It was kind of a last minute idea, so I looked up a few videos on YouTube, and that's all I could find. But I have heard on different stories on how they do catch porcupines. With a friend of mine, which has always been my favorite story, is that they will run around the porcupine, making it spin in a circle until it gets dizzy, and it just falls over on its back, and the fisher can get to its stomach. Somehow, I don't believe that one's true. In fact, he's the only one who's ever said it, and I don't know where he came up with that idea. I've always thought it was kind of funny. But from what I've been able to gather on researchers that I've found, is that they do get the porcupine to spin around, but it's just so that they can get a clear shot or a clear strike on its head. And that way they can crush the skull of the porcupine. And once they do that, they'll flip it over and eat it from its belly. Because obviously it's a lot safer, not as many quills. But if you see porcupines, please be very aware of them. And no, they do not shoot their quills. They raise them up in the back, and they will come at you backwards to stab you. Dogs normally are the ones that get the most quills because they just can't seem to leave them alone. And if you do have a dog that gets into a porcupine, please get him to the vet. Get it to the vet. I had a friend who had a dog that got into a fight with a porcupine and lost, and he had so many quills in him that he got infected and ended up passing away. Thankfully, Tori, she may have gotten in two, but I can only remember one. But there weren't very many quills, and I was able. You do need to snip them because they do have air in the quill, and that will release the pressure, and you can pull them out with tweezers. But if at all possible, take your animal to the vet. If you get popped by one, make sure you get to a doctor. Again, mostly because of the infection. You don't want that infection. From what I hear, it's really nasty. So, and I've got them all over the property. I can't count how many we've had to get rid of. They eat the porch on the cabin, and we've had bulldozers and whatnot a while back that they got into and ate all the wiring. So they do get expensive. I hope you did enjoy this video. I know it's a little bit different. I apologize for all the fidgeting. I'm not used to traffic, as I said, and every time a car goes by, it catches my eye, and I end up looking. So, again, I apologize. We'll find out here soon, but hopefully you heard me okay over the fan. And please, if you like this video, this content, please like it. Also, please subscribe, help the channel grow. and we will see you in the next one. And as always, remember, don't litter. Keep us litter free. We can spread that word. Get rid of the garbage properly and not along the side of the road and in our woods. So until next time, y'all have a good day, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye.